So here's the question that I talk to a lot of leaders about is how are you showing up? How are you showing up as a leader to your meetings, to your people, to your strategy, to yourself, to your family? How are you showing up? So when we think about coaching for culture, at the very core of it, it is the sum total of the ways you behave, the things you say, aka the way you show up. So if you want to shape your culture, we really need to become quite thoughtful, reflective, intentional about the way we show up. And I would say that by training and coaching hundreds and thousands of leaders, one of the real high impact skills for this is emotional intelligence. Because emotional intelligence at its core is helping you use skills that help you show up to the moments that you have as a leader. Most of the time, that I would say when people say to me the phrase, people don't leave jobs, they leave managers, what they're really talking about is people are leaving managers with low emotional intelligence. They can no longer stand to be around them, no matter what the work, no matter what the pay, no matter what association it gives to them for their life. So, emotional intelligence is critical to the way that you show up. So I want to give you a quick analogy to talk about how we show up. And I'm going to use a bicycle analogy. And in this a bicycle analogy, there are going to be two parts to it. The first is going to be the gears and the pedal. The gears and the pedal is what propels you as a leader. I call that personality. So in our case at ADVISA, that's predictive index. Now, obviously, there's other elements out there, but this is the way that you are hardwired. This is the way your brain is wired to propel you into the world. So I often say, for better or worse, here you come. There's going to be blessings to that. There's going to be indifference and maybe even some side effects of the way that you show up in the way that you lead. So that is great. I never want you to apologize for who you are, the hardwired part of who you are. Now, as we know with leadership, we have to show up for others. So if we just show up in autopilot, in propulsion, we will most of the time make mistakes because not everyone's like us. So I don't want you to apologize for who you are, but I do need you to take responsibility for who you are. So in this case, the handlebars are your emotional intelligence. It's how you navigate. So as you're propelled into the world, you then are using the handlebars to navigate the world as it comes at you. People, situations, stresses, opportunities, using those skills to navigate the world as it comes at you. So again, I don't want you to apologize for who you are, but I do need you to take responsibility for who you are. And emotional intelligence for me are the most incredible skills to help you take responsibility for who you are. So when you use your personality, the gears and pedal, and the handlebars, your emotional intelligence, it's going to help you navigate the world as you go forward. So if you are in a place where you're really thinking, Mike, I really need to think about the way that I need to show up, especially if you want to be a leader who wants to build a certain culture, this model, this emotional intelligence model that we use from MHS, it's got 15 skills for you to consider, and we can even assess you on it to help you see, like, how am I showing up? We could even ask other people around you if you really want to go forward a 360, if you really want to find out how you're showing up, not just through your perception, but you want to get perspective. This model is really incredible because, again, as I said, I never want you to apologize for who you are, but I do need you to take responsibility for who you are, especially if you want to build a culture that is truly a place where people want to grow, where people want to do good work, where you get to contribute and be seen as a leader who's truly leading through others. Emotional intelligence is so important. If you want to increase it, emotional intelligence. If you want to decrease it, forget about emotional intelligence. So, big question for you is, how are you showing up? And when you answer that question, I really want to encourage you, what's the gap between the way you're showing up and the way you want to show up? Something to think about.